You may have seen the videos we've been playing the last several weeks about life groups and signing up for those things. And you may be asking the question, what is a life group and why would I want to sign up for it? What I'd like to do today is run through some of the commonly asked questions about life group, and hopefully it'll calm some of the fears that you might have and compel you to get signed up. So exactly what is a life group? Simply put, it's a group of people like you, people who have jobs and kids and trying to keep everything in their lives balanced. But I think what you'll find in life group is a sense of community, and it's a place where your joys can be multiplied and your sorrows can be divided. We can share each other's burdens and share each other's celebrations. So it'll be a way that you can enjoy life together and make it that much more meaningful. How much time is this going to take? And modern life is so hectic and crazy these days, especially if you have kids. You're running them to soccer practice and gymnastic practice or whatever your kids are involved in. And you might be asking, how am I going to fit one more thing on the schedule? And I'd like to just encourage you to make this a time investment. Most life groups are going to meet twice a month, and each session group meeting will be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Part of that time will be Bible study, and part of that time will just be socializing and getting to know each other better. It's a great investment of your time to be able to get connected to God more closely through His people. And I think that's best done when we get to know each other on a small group type basis. The next question many people ask is, how long do I commit to this? And for this first session, it'll be a minimal commitment. Like I said earlier, we'll meet twice a month in the groups. Most groups will do that. And then the groups will start beginning of the end of January or beginning of February, and then they'll run through basically when school ends in May. This first session, that's the commitment that you would be making is for those 4 or 5 months there. Will there be homework, and if so, how much? And the answer to that question is yes, and a minimal amount. We'll be using a study called Story Through the Bible, and in that, the discussion is very rich in that study, but it does require for the participants in the group to have read the study that you'll be working on that particular week in advance. So usually most of the readings are about a chapter from the Bible, and it'll take about 15 minutes in between sessions. You don't have to know any part of the Bible to be involved with a life group. The study that we'll be using, Story Through the Bible, is set up in such a way that people with great levels of Bible knowledge to no level of Bible knowledge will be able to get engaged and be interested in the study that we're covering from week to week. What will we do with our children if you have young children during the life groups meetings? And that's really going to look different from group to group, and there's a couple of different options for your group to choose from once it forms. Some of those options are simply just have the kids be a part of it. A lot of people choose to have this as teaching time for their kids and to incorporate them into the group life. Another option is to chip in together and hire one of the youth group kids to watch your kids during your group meeting. There's all sorts of different options that you have, and it's really up to your group to make that choice. So am I going to have to talk during these meetings? Life groups are going to be like family eventually for you, hopefully. And family situations, sometimes you talk and sometimes you listen. But just rest assured you will never be forced to lead if that's something you don't feel comfortable with. You will have the opportunity to lead if you like. But as in all conversations, which these studies are set up to be conversational-like, conversations are much more rich when all parties are involved. So you won't be forced to. Just talk to your life group leader and let them know what you're comfortable with. So will I be forced to pray out loud know again, you won't be forced to pray to do something that you're not comfortable in doing. If you have a prayer request that you'd like to throw out on the table for the group to pray over, but you don't feel comfortable with praying out loud, then there'll be times when prayer requests are taken, and the folks in your group that are comfortable in praying can lead those sessions. So who all will be in these groups is another question that people oftentimes ask, and we're doing open signups that's been going since about mid-December, and the way we'll assign the groups to the group leaders is we'll try to find a group leader with similar interest and age level, kids with the same age that you have, so that you'll be able to mesh together and be able to share life together. If I don't like life groups, is anyone going to be mad at me if I stop going? The answer to that question is no one's going to be mad at you. You're free to drop the group if you like during the season if it's not working out for you. But I think what we've found more often than not is that once people get engaged in group ministry, that they get connected to people, and those people become family. And so it's not something that's a burden for you, that it's something that you look forward to and enriches your life. I hope that we've been able to answer the questions that you might be having about life groups during this video. If not, please feel free to contact me. I'd love to sit down with you one-on-one and answer any questions that you might have. Just really wanted to encourage you to get involved. I think that you'll find it to be a meaningful and enriching part of your life.